Hi, my name is Jack Fletcher, and for my 170 Basic Concepts in Water-Related Applications class, I wrote my paper, How Film and Television Can Be Used to Influence Public Opinion on Water Scarcity. The thesis of my paper was that as a society, we have to use film and television to further influence people and educate them about the importance of water, water preservation, and water scarcity, and how it affects us now and how it will affect us in the future if we don't do something immediately. One of the biggest problems in public perception is that the general public doesn't believe in recycled water, which is huge. Because if we could start recycling water, we could save an insane amount of water that could be used for other purposes. But the problem is recycled water just sounds bad on paper. Because you hear recycled water, you think sewage water, you think, I don't want to drink sewage water, then it gets voted down. Well, in reality, recycled water is very safe and very reliable. And so a huge part is we could use the benefits of film and television to show the positive influence of recycled water and then change the public perception, which could in turn get more legislation passed to help these sort of things. The honest reality is that there just isn't a lot of movies about water. And if we started making these movies and showing them to the general public, we could completely change how we revolutionize how people see water, basically. Because one of the biggest movies, blockbusters ever, is Jaws. And 50 years later, people are still terrified of sharks. Well, in reality, sharks aren't extremely dangerous and they don't attack humans. Just because we saw a blockbuster 50 years ago, it still scares us. So if we could kind of use the same kind of mentality and push it towards water scarcity, water survival, we could do great things, basically, just by making a great film or a great television series. Look, the fact is that 844 million people lack access to safe water, and 2.3 billion people don't even have a toilet. Also, a million people die each year by the spread of infections and waterborne disease. So the idea that water scarcity and the importance of preserving water isn't an issue right now is insane. This should be one of the top issues in the world, but nobody's talking about it. And this doesn't even take into account the worst part. The worst part is that we're growing as a population, which isn't bad, but our resources aren't. What that means, as time goes on, we're going to be more and more desperate for water, and these figures are only going to get worse and worse. And so if we don't start conserving and preserving now, just in the future, it's going to be astronomically worse. So, look, the underlying point is that as a society, we just need to get our act together, and the more time we're wasting, the harder it's going to hit us in the future. So, what I hope is that we use the importance of media, film, television, all these aspects, and we use it to change public perception so we can do something actually good. Because all these bad things, they're on our horizon, and we need to do something now. And if we don't change how the public sees water, it doesn't matter about anything else, because that's the only thing that will actually change anything. So my hope is that as a society, we can just use what we have to change how we see the world. And in the end, that's the only way we can change the world.